It's billed as the rock musical that Shakespeare never wrote. Return to the Forbidden Planet is based loosely on The Tempest and combines numerous quotes from the playwright with rock and roll hits from the 50s and 60s. But with am-dram societies having to overcome increasingly regular hurdles to get their productions on stage, the Society's chair, Christabel Thomas, touched on one aspect that is a constant thorn for their group.
It's always been more difficult to get men to join a society like this. There are so many other factors like sport and things like that they want to get involved in. And it has to be said that young men leaving schools and colleges aren't the first people. Most of them don't think, I must join a musical society. They tend to think, I'll go out drinking on a Friday night, which is our normal rehearsal night. And therefore, there's always been a drain of men, and men who can sing four-part harmony. That's even more of a problem. It used to be in schools they did a lot of choir work with four-part harmony. That's frittered away over the last 40 years. So there are fewer coming out who do it naturally.
The show itself may not provide the typical blockbuster musical name, but in terms of well-known musical content, it's bursting at the seams with tunes to get the audience singing along.
We're hoping it'll reach out to audiences who've not previously come to our shows, because although it is a musical, all of the songs in it are pop songs. They're pop songs from the 50s and 60s. And I think they're technically called jukebox musicals, where the show has been put together around some existing songs. So we hope that, as well as people who love musicals, who do come to see our shows anyway, there are going to be other people who think, well, musicals, that's not really my thing, but I do love songs from the 50s and 60s, and they'll respond to it. And we know because we stand on the street corners handing out flyers, don't we? Yeah. And you get to learn what people respond to. You know, they'll say, oh, I know that show, I remember that. I remember the songs the first time round. So. Yeah, and it's all part of the same thing. We're always trying to think, what will people respond to? What will people want to come and do? Because there's so many other things you can do that are great fun. We've got to be even better. We've got to find some reason for somebody to get out of the door and come over, pay their 10 quid, which is, well, it's only the price of a pizza, but it's you've got to persuade people that they're going to enjoy it. And it's usually good. You get the buzz as the audience walks out of the door. They've enjoyed themselves, but you've got to convince them.
The Society do everything in-house when putting on a production. From making the costumes, creating the sets, scenery and props, everything is done from scratch with no outside professional help. So what if seeing this has tempted you to clear your throat, get up on stage and dust off those dancing shoes?
If anybody ever wants to join something that's great fun, and it is, it's a chance for people to work together towards a single goal. And when the goal comes at the end, and you've all finished at the end, there's that sort of, we did it feel, which is absolutely stunning at the end. It really is great fun.
The 5 performances over 4 nights take place from Wednesday the 11th of November at the Waterside Theatre. Ben Trepess. That's Solent.